to make sure that everything looks a minimum okay, because obviously like this is not ideal. Okay, so it's a minimized version of the game that you see now. I will try. Oh, we got a dead pixel as well. I will try to fix it for the next map. I think I should be able to. All I have to do is start NetEase in window full screen mode, and if that happens, then I think it's gonna look fine. Like I've been asking Neo for help, but every time I tell him something, he tells me that he uses XSplit, not OBS. So for him, it's very different. All right, so we've got Archmage coming up from both players. Arcane Tower. Interesting. Anima is going to go straight for the mercenary camp, whereas Infi is going for the standard lab. In the starts, I don't know if the sound is fairly quiet, so I can raise it a little bit. Let me check. Let me know if volume-wise that works here, the balance between both my voice and the game sound. Let's see what item he gets. Infi spotted that immediately, by the way. I really like that Anima removed the auto heal in the start here. It's really nice to have that guy attacking and then later heal whatever. So you can manage, you need to manage the mana very, very well here on that guy. Fourth farm going down here. I mean, it's very common to go for a fast expansion here on this map. So we'll see if these guys actually go for it. I'm seeing a spike here. I don't know. Hopefully this doesn't affect the players and it doesn't persist. I have like a ping enhancer. So it shouldn't be happening too much. Like the last time when I tested this before, it was working fine. So hopefully it's just here for a second. I think that's what Anima was fishing for here. He's gonna try to come in from behind and attack into Infi here. I don't know how much he can do because there's just so much militia here. I think Infi kind of knew this was going to come. He kind of embraces the fact that Anima is going to come in from behind. He stays close here to the major creep level 5. And I don't think Anima got the XP here, so not sure that was worth it at all. He's going to kill a couple of peasants. I guess if he can somehow take a little bit earlier than Infi, it can be okay. He denies one of his own footmen, but experience-wise, this is a bit of a disaster here. As Anima is only level 2.5. Let's see. For now, Anima is just going to be pulling back. And Infi's on the chase here a little bit. I think he probably was hesitating about exactly where to go. He has so little peasants on the wood, actually. It's only 3. But now he's going to send 3 more, plus this guy. That's going to be 7, but in a while, like not now immediately. So tech-wise, Infi is going to be very delayed, but having his level 3 so much earlier is going to be really good for him. I think now he even sees that in this case... Oh, he stole the Troll Priest here. So he's looking to apply a lot of pressure. Anima is trying to catch this. I think Anima should just do this to get level 3, but he's going to lose that one farm very, very fast. Infi knows that it's very hard to get up close here to this one Arcane Tower, because he would target this Troll Priest, which actually is doing with his units here now. How much? And okay, this one's gonna 150. Let's see, double dispel here on that one elemental. Still no level 3 here, but if he gets one of these footmen here, he would get it. Let's see, tech difference. This is Infi, this is Anima, so almost halfway there earlier. But again, the level 3 being missing here is a big, big problem. These peasants, by the way, very, very low on hit points there for some of them. He's gonna go on the chase. He's got a dispel here available, by the way, for that elemental. Archmage taking a lot of damage here from Anima. Needs to get out of there. It's pretty crazy, actually, that Infi stole that Troll Priest. It's doing a lot for him here. He's the one with the greater healing as well. It's not like Anima is gonna ever be able to target an Archmage and kind of, you know, steal the game away from his opponent here. Anima in a lot of trouble. Summons an elemental. Infi is just standing there in his face and doing a lot of damage here with this. I don't like this shop position. He should have put it here a little bit behind, you know, covered by this Arcane Tower. But now, knowing that he was going to be cancelled, he ends up giving it up, basically, even a little bit earlier. And I think Infi fully realizes right now that since there is no shop available and no healing available, He can just kind of stay there and try and do a little bit more damage. He's happy with the situation, even though he's got the later tech. Anima's been tier 2 for a while here. Finally gets another troll priest, so that's going to be a full energy one here coming in to try and help. Level 4 reached by Infi here. He's just on fire. He just keeps on fighting. He thrives on this fight here with the early on lead that he had. And Anima, I'm a little bit surprised because I expected a panda here to be higher in the middle of the map, especially with how far, like how much he was being pushed. But he goes for a Mountain King. I really think that it's not the best of choices. Oh, actually an elemental here doing some damage. Toss an arcane sync to him. And Infi, actually realizing he didn't have that many peasants on the wood, went for a Shredder. I quite like this. Especially with how well he's been doing. He's gonna have so much wood to work with. He can go in pretty much anything he wants to. If he wants to stay tier 2, go double arcane, mass casters into breakers, he can do that. Oh, and even doing more damage here. It's gonna be double arcane here for Anima. I mean, even if Mountain King comes in here and starts sniping some of these mercenaries, I think Infi could just TP right away and maybe lose one. And he ends up forcing a TP out of Anima. Oh my god. Just keeps on going from bad to worse here for Anima. Behind this we have a single arcane started here for Infi. He's gonna... what? He's gonna expand? Out of Infi, this wouldn't even surprise me. I mean, he's like really far ahead anyway. He can just get his own MK, start creeping it up. Archmage is level 4.5, like he's gonna get level 5 momentarily. I don't think Infi cares about anything here at this point. Yeah, double arcane for both players, but the economy of Anima is just in shambles. How many? 3, 6. 6 peasants on wood. Against Infi, who doesn't need any peasants on wood because he has a Shredder and basically send this across the map to expand. And since he's even creeping a little bit faster than Anima right now, he's gonna have way more gold to work with. And that Archmage level 5, by the way, at this stage in the game, like before there is not even any priest out on the map. Imagine that. He could just like start applying a lot of pressure here and keep on fighting. Can get level 5 from some of these small creeps. He delayed the expansion a little bit to prioritize priest production. This ivory tower just gonna go down in case. Infi is just golden. Oh, actually that does a lot of damage there, but I mean, he has so much anyway. Like, I don't know what has to happen for Anima here for him to win this game. Like, he needs to miraculously kill the heroes, maybe, of Infi, who's got a greater healing, so good luck with that, basically. Okay, we're gonna get... oh, wow, okay. Merry Christmas. It's not like he needed it as well, like... Anima is the one who needs good items and some luck right now, but... Infi is the one that's getting it. Getting a couple spikes here. There's just so much. I think this might be it here for game number 1. Anima in so much trouble. Another priest is gonna get storm bolted. He had 37 supply to 49. He's just gonna call GG. There was just too much here from Infi in map number 1 for Anima to handle. So I'm gonna look into fixing the thing now. Let me check. I really need to fix that because that didn't look good at all. There should be a way, I think, to open the game in window full screen. I just gotta find it. All right, so I'm looking into it now. And hopefully I find a fix. Yeah, that didn't look good at all. The widescreen wasn't being applied, I think. All right, so someone's gonna help me fix it. If you guys are French speakers or Russian, there is language streams, a lot of them, so you can check these out as well. I'm really surprised that ToD is not here. I sent him like maybe 15 emails with like all the info and stuff, and he never really replied. So I was like, well, I guess he's just gonna show up. But I guess he decided otherwise. So I'm looking into starting the game in window full screen right now. Yeah, Happy streaming it in Russian as well. Looking forward to Happy's game. He's been playing really well. He plays tomorrow, but he's got the group of death, so it's definitely not going to be easy for Happy. Hopefully he's on fire and pulls some crazy good games. Okay, I'm looking into changing the game to window full screen right now. Let's see. I think I found it. Oh, it's actually, yeah, it might be good now. Hopefully this works. Okay. As soon as the game loads, we're gonna see. I might have to like re-add the game or something. Oh yeah, it worked. But it still needs to be fixed at the bottom maybe. Okay, let me update the score real quick. And we'll be on the way here for map number 2. Infi is up 1-0. Not sure why it doesn't update. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right, here we go for map number 2. I'm gonna toggle the chats to see everything's still good with you guys. And he's leading up 1-0 here, starting in the top left. It's of course Infi. Interesting nickname, I definitely couldn't read that. And his opponent in the top right hand side playing as the yellow human player, it's of course Anima. My fellow Frenchman, not very successful at all here in the map number 1, sadly. Gonna have to find some rhythm here to try and do better. against the beast Infi. And another Archmage first here, so we're gonna have NK first here from Infi. I'm a big fan of that. Anybody that watches my stream knows that on this map I go for a lot of Mountain King first. Very often. There is a lot of things though that it can be hard against, and you know what's interesting about that is that I've played Anima a bunch of times on this map, and I think he really figured out how to counter my creep route. But now, like, he's facing Infi, and, like, you know, Chinese, they sometimes have some insane creep routes. Like, for example, I've seen them even sometimes with Mountain King first to go straight for the mercenary camp. Like, personally, I would never do that. I will always take the safe, like get this one over there, then get level 2 here, and then go for the mercenary camp. So, but if Anima, like, usually he plays very aggressive. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. He was gonna go straight for the mercenary camp, like he does against Orc. Anima likes to play very aggressive, but I actually think that against the creep route of Infi here, it could be bad if he tries to play too aggressive. So now he's gonna see the Mountain King first, and then from there he can already start thinking how to play. So Anima, usually when he plays very aggressive, he stays on one base for a very long time. That's the thing with him. Because, like, he maybe creeps like one camp here or like even this and then attacks. He's not creeping his natural. So he stays on one base, goes for double arcane, get a bunch of casters. What's very good against the Mountain King? Using the Brilliance aura to basically power your casters up, be it, you know, priest, or in particular sorceresses to slow stuff. Because usually somebody that opens Mountain King basically is always gonna go for a second base and all that. You can have map control with sorceresses and slow, and then from there you can just take a later second base and creep more than your opponent and all that. So it will be interesting to see whether Anima chooses to expand or not here in a second. Infi is actually getting a small camp here right behind this. Not rushing straight to the expansion. Got an arcane tower here, playing it safe. And Anima is actually gonna go and creep his natural. I'm really... what? Oh, okay, he got supply blocked here a little bit. Forgot to make a farm. I thought he was like gonna pull all these guys into some sort of panic. Yeah, I think he might just expand here since he's getting one more farm as well and not choosing to take. Like, he could have teched here. If he hadn't pulled all these guys, now he would have the woods to already start his tech. Now it really looks like he might expand and then apply some pressure. Against a Mountain King level 3 it can be tricky, but actually I think it's 2 Storm Bolts that have already been used here. So there is not actually going to be that much mana here on this guy. Yes, level 3. Yeah, there's going to be 3 Storm Bolts available though, and Storm Bolt level 2 does a lot of damage. I like this, boots plus staff. And I was wrong actually, Anima doesn't expand. Oh, I love this. This is one of the best things you can do. Okay, this guy needs to run away right now. Okay, dead, dead, dead. Yeah, if you catch these peasants like this, and again, this is because I think Anima has played a bunch against Mountain King. He knew like there was a very good chance that, like, you know, it's very hard to stay on your natural when you don't know where your opponent is and just stay there. So now he catches these peasants. He's going to be killing a lot. The tech from Infi this game is going to be so late, like incredibly late. And Infi is funny because he's like, oh, hey, you want to attack me? I guess I'll stay on one base for now and I'll attack you naturally. He goes there, sees no second expansion. Now he has to walk all the way back. He might just creep this, but I mean, at home, he might have to defend here very, very soon. And even if he lands a good Stormbolt, there is staff available. Like, and also, like, surrounding an Archmage with Boots of Speed, good luck, have fun. Like, it's extremely hard to do. Oh, he TP'd? What? He TP'd with just MK. I was like, how did he get back? Staff? No, because the staff was already bought and I don't think it reloaded yet. So he's TP'd with only MK. And now he's walking back with the Footman. What an odd game here from Infi. I'm really digging the start here for Anima. I think if Anima goes Panda and then double Arcane... Why is he even getting this? Like, this is... Yeah, if he goes Panda and double Arcane... I mean, he donated a lot of Footman, don't get me wrong. I don't think that was the best. But, like, MK is out of mana now. Yeah, look, he's gonna harass the hell out of him. Oh, the end's there on the Troll Priest. That was perfect. Tech is gonna finish so much earlier here again for Anima. And this time, look at how many peasants he got. He can just power build a double Arcane Sanctum here, get a Panda, creep it. Like imagine he does this and this with the Panda and some casters and gets Panda level 3. Like sure, there's gonna be an MK, and I'm pretty sure that Infi's goal is still to expand later when he finally can, but he's delaying. Like this expo was so delayed just by the great move of going for the Archmage on the natural, killing a bunch of peasants, forcing Infi back. And in this case, I really like the way this has gone so far here for Anima. Infi, I'm pretty sure he has a good idea of what to do here to get himself out of this hole. Creeping this already is very good. Like right now he's the one with the map control before the casters are gonna come out. Assuming Anima does go for casters. And he gets this, oh wow, one of the absolute best items here. I wonder what second hero he will go for actually. Archmage or Blood Mage are the most likely options a lot of the time. But if you get this item, it's even more encouraging to go for Blood Mage because you can give that to the Blood Mage, siphon mana on the Mountain King, and then you get like infinite Stormbolt basically. Which is pretty good because Stormbolt, one of the best things you can do. Double Sorcrest in production now. Mountain King actually was made from Anima. A little bit surprised. I think a Panda could have been very good. And look, this is what I was talking about. I think Infi fully realized that there were going to be casters and that from there Anima was going to try to get both of the important camp in the middle. And what does he do? He creeps it first. Even if Anima goes for it now, like he wouldn't have been there on time. And even if he did, there was going to be an off, I think, in the first place from Infi, who I think now might be ready to fight here in a second. Such a late take though. If Sky was playing this game, he would have bought 3 ivory towers, went there, put them down here, and towered his opponent with a Panda, ready to breath of fire every single peasant and everything his opponent had. Ooh, getting a little bit cocky here. Infi, he's gonna use the info on time. I think he used the small info? Or did he have a double? Okay, no, he used the small one, but yeah. He's gonna get the MK. No, he doesn't! Lightning Shield used though on Footman. That guy is just wrecking everything. Anima's losing a lot. Mountain King gonna get targeted. He's actually not gonna get out. Is he? 7 hit points. Stormbolt. He could turn around and Stormbolt as well. He gets it. That's one whole level here. So a big snipe from Anima. These Sorcresses, I was telling you about them. When you face a Mountain King like this, you get a bunch of Sorcresses. You're doing something right. So now, at a time where Infi would have liked to be able to start a second hero, he has to remake his main hero. And it's not like when you open Mountain King first, it's not like you can go for a second neutral hero. So I think he might feel like he's forced to, but even if he does it, it's still bad. Like, oh, so instant revives the NK. Okay, I guess that's a good thing that you can do unless you lose it immediately right after. And in this case, I don't think he's even going to be able to do much with this. Now would be a good time to run away, Mr. Mountain King of Anima. Does he have Stormbolt soon? Yeah, he does. Oh my, there's an invuln. He might have to use that. Boots of Speeds helps him get away here for now. And behind this, I think Anima is going to be happy to expand. And I mean, what has he got? Archmage 4, MK almost level 2 against Mountain King closing in on 5. So this guy can actually one-shot casters before they get initiate training. And it's actually a Blood Mage second here. No big surprise. I would have liked to see Infi starting a bunch of Arcane Sanctums himself, especially because he's facing Sorcresses. And he starts a castle, what? I guess because he's not gonna have Brilliance, it's a little bit discouraging for him to go into Arcane Sanctums. In this case, Anima spotting this is great. Like he sees there is a castle, like I think from there, if he just expands and scouts a lot, like it's probably gonna be air. Usually somebody goes for this. A lot of the time it's going to be air, but it also could be for like something like Night Mortars. The thing is, if Infi doesn't go at all for any Spellbreakers, Sorcresses are going to slow his entire army. And that makes it very hard for him to ever win a fight here. So it's going to be tricky. I wonder what his plan is. And on the other side, all alike, like, since Anima is going to be able to expand much earlier than his opponents, who might not even have any intention of ever expanding here in this game, he's just going to have a good economic lead, and he could even go himself into, you know, castle down the line, get a bunch of Gryphons. Say, for example, if you face Mortars, that can be one of the best things that you can do. But since he went for a blacksmith, maybe a workshop? Yep. Okay, so he wants to go for Mortars, I think, knowing that there's going to be a lot of casters. And if he gets a bunch of Knight and Mortars, basically the casters of Anima are going to die very fast. But Anima fully knowing that there is not much out on the map here. for Infi. Comes there. Stormbolt. Oh, he's gonna be able to get that. He can get a full surround. Or even just slow it. Oh, that's so huge here. Anima playing his lead off perfectly here. He knew where to go to catch Infi here, and he's gonna get level 3 here momentarily as well with this. Boom, level 3. So level 4 and 3 against level 5. And a dead hero. I mean, Infi, sure, he can go for mortars, and maybe he'll get 2 and then get shot. I think it's called shards, actually. Even if he gets that, he's gonna be in trouble. I can't believe I forgot the upgrade name for mortars here. That, I guess, not playing a game for a decade will do that to you. Fragmentation something. Yeah, non-initiated casters die in one single Stormbolt, but actually there's a lot of Stormbolt. Oh my god, he could kill all this guy, but he could get slowed as well. Don't go too crazy, Infi. Well, he might have to... He might end up having to use the... Yeah, he's gonna have to use the Influence for sure. And he's gonna try to time it to dodge a Stormbolt. Boom! Right on time. Don't overestimate though. Oh, they got the initiation just on time. Don't overestimate the timer. And with one mortar out and a second one about to come out, Infi still staying alive here for now in this game. He can get staff actually. I don't think Infi should lose the Blood Mage if he gets staff. He can buy staff on the Mountain King or vice versa and staff one of his heroes in trouble. Did he not go for... Oh, where's the staff? He started the Paladin, so he doesn't have the gold for staff. Cancel something. Well, he loses MK, and I think the game with it here. Another Stormbolt here is going to go on that Blood Mage. And I think with that, Anima is looking to equalize the score here in a second. Infi in so much trouble. He's finally going to get Mortars with upgrade, but I mean, when you have no hero left. I don't know why he started the Paladin. He really didn't need to start a Paladin right now. If he had bought a staff on the Blood Mage, and then staffed out the MK, maybe he would have gone there, so he could have been troubled anyway, but... he would have stayed alive for a little bit longer, and I mean... sure, there is a second expansion from Anima, but Castle started pretty late. And this is what I was talking about, Anima making sure he's got all of his bases covered. He knows that since there is mortars, the good thing you can do is Gryphons, but in this case, GG is called, and Infi wins... Anima wins map number 2 here. Brings him back nicely against the Chinese human. So we're gonna head to a third map, which I believe in this case was Twisted Meadows. Alright, so third map gonna be on the way here in a second. NetEase is a very interesting program with how it works. I'm trying to get Warkey so that I can get the full screen, because I think the top and the bottom of the screen right now is kind of cut off. I'm not sure what's going on with the Chinese caster as well. I think someone's trying to find someone. Alright, 1 second, I'm trying to solve the full screen thing. I'm trying, let's see, where is it? Okay, the score updated properly. All right, I think we're ready. That was pretty sick. Anima winning a map from Infi. Okay, let's see if this worked. Nope. Or is that the proper full screen? I'm not sure. No, I think the top and bottom still have a bar. But anyway, hopefully I can fix that later. I think basically only the matches that involve Infi are going to be played on NetEase because we've got 3 Europeans in this group, so the rest is going to be played on W3A, and there I don't think there is any trouble. So at least that's something we've got going. Forced Altar here from Infi, who's starting on the bottom left-hand side in his opponents. Doing the exact same thing on the top right-hand side is, of course, Anima. Anima can be happy. Like, I mean, he lost the first game very, very hard, by the way. Like, for him to come back into this and win the second map, you can tell like he's very, very strong mentally, I think. Very nicely done for sure. And since both players are not near a mercenary camp, it's just going to be the lab being crept here up first. On this map, I've been talking a bunch about this on stream as well, but on this map, when you get close to a lab but not a mer camp, and the opponent gets close to a mer camp, sometimes it can be very hard, especially like if the opponent creeps the mer camp very fast, gets a good item like a greater healing, greater mana, plus mercenaries, and starts pressuring you right after, you're going to be in trouble a lot of the time, especially if you don't get very good items. But now, so far it's equal in terms of position, with neither player getting close to a mercenary camp, so they're just going to go for these labs. Infi starts his a little bit earlier. Let's see what item they get. My personal favorite, the Rob of Magi and the Tome of Intelligence. Actually, Anima caught it. Oh, Infi, sorry, caught it nicely. What do we have? Okay, Belt of Strength. Not very, very good. And Sobi Mask on the other side for Infi. So Infi getting a little bit better item here, I think. I definitely would prefer, I mean, if sure, like your Archmage can get targeted later. Like if this doesn't come into play early on in the game, when you hire your second hero, which so far we've seen only Mountain Kings pretty much, other than the Blood Mage that was made after the Mountain King. If you get a Panda and you put this on this guy, well, the Panda is not really gonna die. It's gonna be much better, but both players gonna go for the same camp here on each side of the map. This is a great opportunity actually for Anima to play against somebody like of the caliber of Infi. I don't think like usually this would be happening too much, even though like I said, there's been quite a few tournaments, you know, invitationals and all that. Europeans have been facing Chinese players a bunch. And I'm glad to see that, you know, in a game like Warcraft 3 that's considered, you know, not to be one of the top esports, so to speak. I'm glad that there's still tournaments, competitive scene and all that, and these players, they are pretty damn good. I've always thought that Warcraft 3, when you watch a game like this, you won't feel like it's very fast or anything, or really interesting if you don't know the game. But if you know the game, you know like how some of these players actually are fairly fast. They think very quick on their feet, and they react very quickly to a lot of stuff. Ooh, this could be very bad for Anima. He's moving across the map, but that's gonna be a cancel pretty much immediately. And the first arcane tower of Infi here is gonna finish very fast, and he's gonna have a second one on the way in a second. So, ooh, Anima could be in a bit of trouble here in this one. He's got to use a lot of militia. Infi about to spawn a second water elemental here inside of the base of Anima. And on the other side, I mean, how is he supposed to do damage? There's just so many militia plus footmen. He's having to fight against everything. He got this one in there, but that's gonna give even more experience here to Infi. Level 3 for both players, but a bit more experience here right now for Infi. I think Anima just has to TP here. If he stays stubborn against arcane towers, because there is a second one in the way as well. Yeah, he's gonna TP eventually. That's just so late. He lost so many peasants already. How is he supposed to win this? And Infi is not even gonna hang in there. Like, Infi getting a Sobi mask actually like became huge because he went for this attack, and the arcane tower of Anima was too late here. So many red footmen as well because he was fighting the whole time with militia. And I think this could be over early here. Boots were bought for both players, but Infi is just slaughtering everything that Anima ever made here in this game. And on the other side, he's now teching. Okay, Anima's economy here is going to be the saddest thing ever. His peasant count is so low. And it's not about to end too. Like, Infi is literally going to stay there, keep on fighting. These guys can't come back and fight because they would die. He needs to buy, like, maybe if he bought a Schrader, but he doesn't even have that much gold. He's had to use so many militia here that Anima is kind of broke. Yeah, and he's just gonna call GG here. Infi just has too much. So congratulations to Infi. He moves on to the winner's match. After a very convincing first series here, sure he lost the map, but he did the job.